Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sailwind, the Fisherman playthrough. Today, hold on. Today we've made a little bit of progress. As you can see, we got 1361. Daily logs, we're on day 5, technically day 6. And here's our profit for those days. So, didn't make a whole lot of progress. I really haven't had time to play. But yeah, this is just a quick update. See if we can't catch one more fish. And then, you know what, I think that's a little too close. Might not be able to catch a fish like that. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's take these guys to market. So yeah, big revelations that I found out. So I don't think food is going to be our biggest expense. So I did catch an eel and I did catch a salmon. Turns out eel is worth 34 emerald dragons and salmon are only worth 17. So big. I kind of wish that I could get on the boat and kind of sail out further to grab some more eel because they don't seem to spawn very often. I think I've only gotten 2 thus far, and I've been selling quite a lot of fish. So we are officially down to 1 salmon, and we only have 14 water left. And I really should be fishing, but I just want to, give you guys the rundown. Where is it? Here's water. Guess how much water costs? Oh, yikes. 234. Yikes. That's quite a bit. That's almost an entire crate of fishing hooks worth of catch that we have to give up for water every once in a while. So yeah, we're on to our second. And then something that I didn't think about is that eventually we will have to spend a night in the tavern to recoup our nutrient loss. And that's another 140 emerald dragons, I think. We can check real quick. But yeah, I don't think that they sell 145 emerald dragons. Yeah, because I don't think anybody sells produce or fruit on this island. So yeah, that's quite the expenses that we have. That's gonna eat into our profit. Yeah, not even up to 2,000 yet. Basically, the only thing that I do is fish nonstop. I've worked on my fishing technique in the meantime, just to kind of speed up the process. I throw it out as far as it'll go, and then I reel it back in most of the way, just to make it faster. Because otherwise, it's really just way too long. It takes way too long, even for the upgraded technique. It takes way too long to get the fish in and the hook back out to make money efficiently. And I know a whole lot of people don't watch these videos, but I did the math, and we're looking about 10,000 fish at 11 coins per fish. That's minus our expenses. So, like water, food. I mean, I'm going to be eating what I catch, but that's going to eat into the profit as well. And then tavern stays for when I need them. Because I don't want to just let my resources run out and then respawn with full bars. I don't want to do that. That seems kind of lame. But I tell you what, it's going to be very painful to get the Jong doing this. Very painful. because it's going to take roughly 100 times the amount of money that we have right now. I believe it's 100 times. Let's do some quick calculator math. 104.9 times, times 100. Yeah, 100 times the amount of coin that we have right now. And let me tell you, it's gonna be. That's how painful it is to fish for the biggest boat in the game, which is the Jong. But I have faith that eventually I'll get it. You know, because if you've ever played RuneScape, that's rookie numbers, you know? So yeah, let's reel that in. There's definitely a distance requirement, because if you just dip the bobber in the water, some of the times it actually does work and you get a fish basically immediately doing that. But sometimes, so hold on, new train of thought. So this is how I got my PFP, because occasionally, because if you pick up a fish, you'll notice that you can't rotate it with Q into different directions. It just is that. It just snaps it. But that's how I got my profile pick with the salmon, is by fishing. That's perfect. But yeah, I think this is actually the first storm in the game that I've seen. Surprisingly, because it always storms in the Emerald Archipelago. Yeah, what are we up to? 4? I think we're not even in midday yet. So, not bad. Yeah, definitely, I think one of the biggest mistakes that I've made thus far is not fishing very early in the morning, because that's a lot of time. Basically, what you want to be doing is fishing early in the morning, not so early that your fish ends up spoiling before you can get it to market, but it's better to fish earlier than it is later, because all the vendors will disappear. They disappear at I want to say it's 7:30-ish. Got another. What? I didn't know you could get this. Look at this. This is that fish that I was talking about. I hate these fish. I didn't know you could get blackfin runners in the Emerald Archipelago. That's very surprising. I don't think I've ever seen this fisher. And it's worth more than tuna? What? That's crazy. I did not expect that at all. That's very surprising. Apparently you can get whatever fish anywhere. I wonder if we'll be able to catch trout. That honestly is very surprising. I did not expect that. I didn't know that was possible in the game. But we're just learning new stuff every day. So you might be wondering if I'm on the newest patch. I'm not. I'm on the previous patch, which is 29.1, I think, if I remember. But yeah, new patch came out. Can't download it. Don't have Wi-Fi. Don't have internet access. Where my computer is right now. So yeah. So I guess if you want, I'm totally fine just fishing off this pier. But if if you guys want, let me know in the comments if you're okay with me getting in the boat and just fishing, doing offshore fishing basically. Okay, that was a lot more difficult than it usually is. But yeah, if you want to see offshore fishing, just to get a little bit of sailing in the sailing game, I'm down for that. I'm also down for just staying on the pier and only sailing to get the Jong. So that's completely fine as well to me. Look at that. We've had standing... Oh, never mind. I was going to say we had standing shimmertail. We got standing tuna. All we need is standing salmon and standing eel. And standing blackfin runner. Apparently we can get those here too. So yeah, take a look at my resources. There's about... Oh, I got fish. There's how many there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's also a trend that I've noticed. I don't know if it's really a thing, but I seem to have a hard time getting fish after getting 8. Like 8 fish seems to be the maximum that it wants to give at any point in time. Because obviously, if I'm not catching fish, you know, I'm not making money. And if I'm not making money, I'm losing money. Because of how abysmal the rates are, and for how expensive resources are. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a distance aspect to the game. Like, the bobber has to be so far away from the player to actually catch fish. But that only seems to be some of the times, because there have been times where I've just dipped the bobber in the water and have caught a fish basically immediately. But we're going to see if the 8 fish thing is actually a thing, because I've noticed that after 8 fish it just stops giving you fish, and it will only give you more once you sell the load. Yeah, I think that's what it's doing. I think you can only catch 8 at a time, but let me know. I just okay. Because that just seems to be the way that it is for me, is that I'll only catch 8 of them at a time, and then I have to go sell them, and then I'll catch more. I shouldn't sprint. Because of how expensive water is, I shouldn't sprint. I'm getting 12 for tuna. I wonder if it's because I'm not actually trading, and they're not getting like shipments, so eventually the fish are going to get more and more expensive. But that would also mean that resources are going to get more and more expensive as well. We're going to see if the rain has any effect on the fishing. Looks to be about midday. Maybe slightly past it. Yeah, see, that was pretty quick. That's normally the rate that I expect to catch fish. Oh, see, there's another one. So yeah, there must be a limit of 8 that you can catch before you have to get rid of them. Whether that's by cooking and eating them or just selling them. Yeah, there's not really a point in buying more fishing rods, because you can't catch, you can't just set them and forget them. You actually have to be holding the rod to catch fish. But I don't know if multiple, even if you did catch them, I don't know if multiple would be worth it. But I'm not going to use mods because I can't download them anyway, but I'm not going to use them to speed this up. I'm kind of committed to it now. Oh, there's a storm right there, look at that. You can see it materialize. Well, we don't care about storms. We're not out in the ocean. All I'm interested in is catching more fish to sell. So yeah, first storm of the playthrough. I got to catch it on video. Oh. Yeah, so it turns out that blackfin runner isn't actually worth more than like tuna or shimmertail because it sold for 12, and that's what these are selling for too. So I guess we'll see how the economy affects the prices over time. Because at this rate, I expect it to take a very long time, basically. I don't know if we're going to catch a fish with it being so close. I guess we'll leave it in there for a little bit. So we got 5 more fish. That's pretty nice. I think that's close enough. Man, the storms are pretty intimidating in the game, aren't they? When you're safe on land, they certainly aren't as scary as they normally are. Yeah, so that's 8 of them. No, never mind, that's 7. I know I can catch at least 1 more. Okay, so that's 8. Let's see if we can catch a 9th. You know what? It's too late in the day. I want to be able to sell these. Let's get these in here. Yeah, I want to get up there and sell these before the venues disappear. It's approaching pretty quick. It's almost taking up the entire screen now. Hey, that's okay. Now I got that crate. That crate's over and done with, so now we'll have to start eating our catch. At the rate that we're catching fish with our updated technique, we should hopefully still make a profit. Took my hook. You know what? I'm interested. I want to see something real quick. I'm gonna cast, and that bobber came all the way back to me. Nice level. Oh, look at that. The water rose. Oh. Okay, that's staying out there now. So can I put... Oh, you can. Oh, God. I don't know if my hook got on that or not. Okay. Okay, that hook did manage to get on there. What did we get? Oh, another black... What is that? I don't think that's a... Oh, it's a... Okay. Very loud. Very loud. I might have to cut this out since it's so loud. Jeez. See any of these guys here? No, all of it is just pretty loud. Man, that's so loud. Oh, what was that? That didn't sound good. Did you hear that? Well, what's it doing? Hopefully by the next time we wake up, the store's on. Hey, a salmon. Aw. If I caught a salmon, I might get an eel soon. That's also another thing that I should check out, is if I get fish on a rotating basis. Man, the storms sure do linger when you're not actively moving away from them. How much money do I have? Oh, 16, 13? Yeah, you can see that it's pretty painful to get money doing this. But I guess that's because you can't sell bulk items. You can only sell fish individually. Let's see if we can get it. But yeah, we don't. You think it's painful now? I think it's painful now. I think it's painful now, man. We don't have any more free food, so we're gonna have to start eating literally into our profit. And I also need a barrel of water soon. That's 235 emerald dragons down the drain. I'll check the log soon and see how much money we made for day 5. Technically 6. So we're definitely not catching more fish due to the rain. So you can cross that off the list of questions. Are the fishing rates improved during the rain? No, they are not. At least we get enough hooks to cover the cost of buying more hooks. So that's one small positive. We'll catch more fish and then sell what we caught and get a drink and get a bite to eat. Because I can't imagine that it's going to be worth spending money on food, except for when we need vitamins from and we can only get that from the tavern. And now that the prices are, because I think the price has changed on the water, I'm kind of kicking myself and not checking how much it was when we started. Oh yeah, I also guess we're going to find out how much they will pay for spoiled fish here. So we definitely got more than 8 that time, but those were also in. So those were also in the crate. So maybe it's worth it to put. You know. Oh. Yeah, that's a glitch. I'm pretty sure that's a glitch anyway. I don't want to sell fishing hooks. Nope. Great, it's glitched out. Keeps trying to have me sell fishing hooks to these guys. That's annoying. Oh, not close enough apparently. Ooh, 13 for temple fish, that's pretty good. No, it doesn't seem like it degrades. Oh yeah, I need to drink water, otherwise I'm gonna pass out. Food I can get away with, but you need to drink water. Let's just go ahead and okay. Now we need food. Yeah, there's no such thing as a free lunch. 1726. Woof. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to call the episode. I'm gonna keep fishing, keep grinding out moolah. I figured that, you know, it's been a couple days since I've uploaded. Might as well. Oh, look at that. We've got face planting fish. Face planting temple fish. That was worth it. Anyway, yeah, that's the episode. I'm gonna keep on grinding. Trying to make money. Yep. Bye. Hello everybody. Update from slightly in the future. So I just found this out. You know, I was talking about how the NPCs in the town disappear. Well, it turns out there's an NPC that I can sell stuff to who never disappears. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That the tavern NPC doesn't actually go away. So that'll be nice. And I've moved my base of operations over here, and now I'll have a friend to share my experiences with. Isn't that neat? Anyway, that's all that I had.